Invoice Manager installation step by step. Today I will show you how to install Invoice Manager step by step. To use this system, this is the content installation step by step. Install the .NET Framework 4.5, install SQL Server, report viewer, error solution, and install the report viewer.exe. Install the mschart.exe file if the chart will not display. Software setup, SMS IV configuration, and how to create setup file in Visual Studio. Installation step by step. The first install .NET Framework 4.5 from Microsoft. And second, install the SQL Server 2008 or above version. SQL Server you can download from Microsoft and follow instruction. If you have 36-bit operating system, install in this, and if you have 64-bit operating system, and install in this link. Video tutorial, click on video tutorial and install step by step. File and click on SQL express.exe file and click new SQL installation. Press OK after the passing in this process, and OK. Product key, a free edition, click on free edition and next. Accept and next, and fresh installation. Install the install button, next. Operation completed, next. Check below the option and next. Click on the SQL Server, reflection, database engine servers, client, the client tools, SDK, and check this feature and click on next. Default instance SQL Server, and instance ID is SQL Server, and next. Select the option anti-authentication system, automatic, and local authentication, local, automatic, and next. Select the max mode SQL Server authentication and set the new password and select the current user. The user is SA is the default, and enter the password. Add the current user and next. Press installation. Press and uninstall. It's take time. Please wait until the process finish. After all success, press next. All success and press next. Installation complete. Press close. Database ID is SA and password and your password. If you take the password, Report viewer error solution. Install the report viewer.exe file. If occur this error, could not load file or assembly, microsoft.micro report viewer.common and install this from Microsoft. Otherwise, your invoice output is not displaying your software. For this error, install the SQL Server.types version 11. For this error, and go to manage get package and install the SQL Server.types. For MS chart installation, you can download here and install it. Otherwise your chart is not displaying. Software setup. Software setup. For software setup, right click, locate, right and setup, and right click on Invoice Manager, exe file, open. In this condition, database is not set. User and password does not match. How to set up the database? Click on the database setup. If you have used the SQL Server authentication, click on SQL Server authentication. If you have used the window authentication, click on window authentication. For the window authentication in local or dot this type in IP, I recommended you an SQL Server authentication. Click on SQL Server authentication and use the and write the data source. And show my all data source name. And write the password of the in this password and this if you have entered the password in installation during the installation of SQL Server, this password SQL connection tested successfully. Okay. database name, Invoice Manager, and create database. Successfully database has been created and start. Successfully set up database. Please close the software and restart again and log in. Username admin and password also admin. Restart. For SQL connection, and also look at Visual Studio app.config file for this path use. How to use this path? For window authentication, /SQL server SQL Express. For SQL Server authentication, how to use this process? This is local. I am using SQL Server authentication. This is my server name and this is my password. This is my password and save. Control S. Copy this file and go to C drive, program file 86 and ESOP technology and paste here and replace the file in the destination and run. Admin. Wow. Successfully login. This is your dashboard or admin dashboard.